So having said that, consider this night as an awesome opportunity for each and every one of us. This is one small step that will take us fast-tracking to success. Our objective for this night is to allow you to step into our shoes and discover the world of trading. We are here to share with you the intricacies, the fun, the excitement, and the valuable and expensive lessons we have learned in the past 17 years. There's a saying that a successful person leverages on other people's experience. Learn from their lessons and shorten the time of trial and error. Cut down the expenses and grief that you may encounter in the process of pursuing your success. So as they say, use them as your stepping stones. Not that I like the idea of being stepped on, but that's the idea. Okay? We promise to be completely open. This is what I mean. Have you experienced liking a piece of cake very much that you want to, or you want your wife to, or in my case, my husband, to bake it for you? We were in Tasmania once, and we got into a very small, cozy restaurant by the coast, and there we tasted the most exquisite chocolate cake. I mean, we've tried a lot of other cakes, but this one was special. So even if he was shy, he dared ask for the recipe. And the chef willingly gave it to him, unbelievable. Yeah? And then, when we got home, straight into baking, he tried it. Of course, the cake did not turn out the way it should be, all right? And later on, we enrolled in a commercial cookery course. We were caterers before. And the chef instructor said, you have to get all the ingredients right. Because if you miss a single ingredient, even if it's just a pinch of salt, it will not be the same at all. The cake will not bake the same. And some of you may know, cakes, even pancakes, needs a pinch of salt to make it right. And that's not even written in the recipes. Okay, so he was willing to give the recipe because he knows we'll never be able to copy the cake anyway. And I thought at that time, wouldn't it be better if he thought like an entrepreneur and said, I will give you my recipe, but when you decide to sell it commercially, I would like a royalty. He would have been rich, but because we were flogging products then before. Anyway, all I want to say is, we will give you that pinch of salt. So here's Steve.
Thanks very much. My apologies that we're a little bit late. We've had some technical difficulties this evening. As a result, I don't have any notes. I normally speak from notes because when I get excited, I talk a lot, and I'm very passionate about this topic. So I will try and remain controlled so that we're not here at 9, 10, 11 o'clock. No, we'll be out of here in about 45 minutes to an hour, I would expect. So just before we begin, there is a legal bit that we need to go through, and that's that this introduction is just that. It's an introduction. It doesn't take into account your personal circumstances, and it's not giving you personal advice. Now, you'll notice down the bottom, I am an authorised financial advisor, but the sort of questions I'd have to ask you to give personal advice, you wouldn't want to answer in a room full of strangers. So we'll keep it general tonight, and I think that's about it. You'll need to consider whether trading CFDs or any other instrument is suitable for you. So we'll go through some pretty high-level stuff tonight about how we do it and some of the tips and traps. I think the information I'll be presenting is perhaps some of the most valuable that I can give you, but some of the most valuable that you're likely to get. So before we get into that, you're probably wondering, who am I to be talking about trading? I've been trading for 16 years. Ophelia's been trading for about 14. Prior to trading, I worked in the bank, and I never really intended to do trading as a full-time job. Ophelia had a stroke, and I needed to work out a way that I could be with her to support her. We weren't sure if she would recover or to what extent. thank God, as you can see, she's fully recovered, which is fantastic. But going back 16 years, I thought, okay, I enjoy markets. At that stage, I didn't know a whole lot about them, but the little bit that I knew about share trading, I really enjoyed. And so I set about to learn. I attended seminars, free seminars like this, and also paid seminars where I learnt people's systems. The first system that I learnt, I didn't know it at the time, but it was totally unsuited to me. The guy that wrote it was a multi-millionaire. That was good. He didn't mind if he dropped $30,000 on a trade. I'd wake up in a cold sweat thinking, oh, I've lost two. You know, it was just... So the system, which was not a bad system in itself, just didn't suit me at all. And I found the more I learnt and the more seminars I went to, the more systems I picked up, they were all pretty good, but none of them really suited me. And it made it hard because there was not the support, there wasn't the mentoring to actually help me to, I guess, tailor those systems to myself, to suit my own personality, my own risk profile. And so it was a bit of trial and error. I'd come home with all these great ideas and put them into practice, do okay for a little while, and then pretty soon find that I wasn't following that system. I was back doing my own thing. After a while, I got it sorted out to a point where I was pretty good. And Ophelia, at that stage, this was probably 12 months or so after her stroke, she had recovered physically, and she said to me that her vision and her mental capacity was still not up to scratch. And so she wanted a challenge, in her words, and she said, you look like you're enjoying trading. I want you to teach me that. And I thought, okay, that's good, I can do that. And then she said, but I'm not good at maths. I don't want to be doing maths. And I don't want to be reading a lot because, you know, my eyes and everything. And it's got to be really simple. And at this stage, I was thinking, strike, how am I going to simplify this? I was doing hours of calculations, and I had such a complex system, I couldn't sort of imagine simplifying it. And so anyway, I thought, okay, she wants it simple, I'll do it. And it turned out it was the best thing ever, because by teaching her a simple trading system meant that all the crap that I was doing, I could get rid of, and that was great. That really helped my trading enormously, so it was a win for both of us. So, time went on, about another 12 months. Ophelia was trading on her own. She was using a system that she'd developed, and she actually doubled her account in the first year of trading, which was a great effort, considering particularly where she had come from. And so a lot of the system that we now use is actually based on that early work that Ophelia did, especially around reading and understanding candles and why the market does what it does. And so I'm very indebted to her, and thank you for that. And not in the talk tonight, but when we do a 3-day event, Ophelia is actually the one who will do all the teaching around the candles and market psychology and that sort of thing, because that's really her specialty. So, trading for us has given us a lifestyle. Once Ophelia recovered, we were able to travel, been back home to the Philippines a number of times. But to celebrate her recovery, we went to Fiji and New Zealand. Later we went to Hawaii, and we don't have any children of our own as a result of Ophelia's illness, but we have a niece and a nephew